during your first committee hearing last April 30. In fact, I was the one who provided you with the necessary quorum. During the second hearing, May 7, 2024, I was not present because I then chaired the Committee on Justice hearing involving the Fiscal Autonomy Bill of the Supreme Court. And because several Supreme Court justices were there, I was not able to skip that said hearing, Mr. Chairman. But today, Mr. Chairman, nagulat lang ako, wala dito ngayon yung Philippine Coast Guard. With your permission, I would like to deal with the two items in the original agenda. One is the Shabu Hall in Batangas, and then second, the leaks, if given permission by this chair.
Yes, go ahead.
Sandali lang po to, Mr.
Yes.
Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I will not be dealing with the evidentiary facts. I will not be dealing with the ultimate facts. I will not be dealing with the what they call in Yusek Vasquez, probably a criminal procedure professor would understand the factum probandum. Ang akin lang po dito ay sang-ayon po sa sinabi niyo, Mr. Chairman, noong unang hearing, and I'd like to quote your statement, which should again be spread into the records of these proceedings, Mr. Chairman. Noong pong unang hearing, sinabi niyo po, Mr. Chairman, and I'd like to quote, I've read the TSN, the transcript, Mr. Chairman. Ang sabi niyo po, Mr. Chairman, ay ang pakay nitong investigasyong ito ay magbigay ng mga batas na magpo-provide, and I'd like to quote you, this coming from your own words, page 5 of the TSN of May 7, which you reiterated your statement coming from April 30, and I quote, "Your Senate, including this committee, investigates for the purpose of shedding light on policy gaps, administrative as well as legislative." May mga panukala ba sa batas, paano natin matutugunan ang mga pagkukulang na ito? Unquote, coming from the words of wisdom coming from the chairman. Mr. Chairman, going back to the first item in the original agenda, ito po yung tungkol sa Shabu Hall sa Alitagtag, Batangas. Gusto ko lamang pong diinan na binasa ko nga po itong transcript, Mr. Chairman. Ang lumalabas po doon, ang sinasabi ng Philippine Coast Guard ay hindi sila makakilos sa kadahilanan meron pong isang marina circular na tumatabon sa kanilang kapangyarihan. And I think the good chairman reacted na mag-usap na lang yung chairman, yung marina at saka yung Coast Guard. Ibig sabihin po, ang sinasabi ng Coast Guard, this is page 31 of the TSN, ang sinasabi po nila, hindi sila makakilos kasi daw po yung mga private pleasure yachts, walang jurisdiction ng Coast Guard. Wala dito yung Coast Guard, ang may jurisdiction ay marina. Pero binasa ko po yung batas, pareho po ang Marina at Coast Guard under ng DOTR, at nandito po si Yusek Vasquez, yung pong sinasabi nila sa Marina ay circular lang po yun. Circular coming from Marina. And yet, yung kapangyarihan po ng Coast Guard ay galing sa isang Republic Act 9993. And I'd like to ask the Honorable Undersecretary of the Department of Justice, yung po bang posisyon ng Coast Guard ay tama? Na yung circular ay pwedeng matabunan yung isang batas na ginawa ng Kongreso?
Good morning, Mr. Senator Bato de la Rosa, Mr. Senator Tol Tolentino, and Mr. Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The position of the Coast Guard is totally without basis because their mandate is according to statute, and therefore the statute being the higher level of authority than a mere memorandum circular, then their mandate should be upheld. In fact, the only level of authority that would be above the statute would be the Constitution. And indeed, in matters relating to maritime security, enforcement, law enforcement as well, the mandate in respect to that falls with the Philippine Coast Guard. And we have been coordinating with them under our present circular, the reforms that we have undertaken, DC-20, which requires that law enforcement agencies, including the Coast Guard and the DNR for that matter, will have to coordinate and cooperate, assist with the prosecutor to ensure that quality cases be filed, and they are mandated to help us out. Marina, on the other hand, technically speaking, just handles the administration and the licensing.
Registration.
Registration.
Law enforcement falls within the purview of Coast Guard. Wala lang dito yung Coast Guard. So, mali yung sinasabi ng Coast Guard. I respect the Coast Guard. Tinutulungan po natin sila. Lagi po natin silang tinutulungan. In fact, the Senate has increased the budget of the Philippine Coast Guard na it appears that their hesitancy, their ambivalence is based on a misinterpretation of a Marina circular. Do you agree with that, Yusek Vasquez?
Yes.
Reiterate that?
Yes, Mr. Senator. And in fact, we told them that
Paki-on ng speaker, paki-on please, Yusek.
yes, Mr. Senator, because we even informed them in our many interagency coordination meetings that when it comes to smuggling, they are mandated to help out and to, in fact, exercise their law enforcement authority in order to ensure that there be a successful prosecution of smuggling cases.
So, Yusek, hindi na kailangan namin gumawa ng bagong batas to fill up a gap. Mali lang yung interpretation ng Coast Guard.
I think so, and in fact, we've been expanding the coverage of DC-20 to mandate our prosecutors to help law enforcement agencies. Thus far, we have authorized them to coordinate with the PNP, the BIR recently, and the Bureau of Customs in respect to customs cases. But in regard the maritime violations, it is the Coast Guard that has to coordinate with us.
Thank you, Yusek. In fact, UNCLOS Article 33 and Article 73 would really point to our specific jurisdiction in terms of fiscal, immigration, customs, etc., etc. So, Mr. Chairman, narinig po natin si Yusek Vasquez. With the permission of Senator Jinggoy Estrada and the Honorable Chair, may we seek a directive coming from this honorable committee to direct the Department of Justice to issue an opinion regarding this. What you have just said, copy furnished the Department of Transportation and the Philippine Coast Guard and Marina for that matter. To clarify everything, DOJ opinion na lang. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Hearing no objections, the motion is approved.
We'll
So
comply, Mr.
this
Senator.
committee is directing DOJ to please provide us with the legal opinion on that particular matter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
At marami na kayong utang sa amin ha, itong committee na ito. Meron pa kayong utang na DOJ opinion on yung PEDEA operations. Pakipalo up nun. Hindi ikaw nag-attend nun, pero merong iba nag-attend.
That's under my cluster, Mr.
Yes,
Senator.
yes, but please,
legal. But I'll coordinate with them and follow them up on this.
Kailangan namin talaga yun dahil pati ang PNP naghihintay ng DOJ opinion na yun. Dahil napag-usapan namin noon na since may conflict, dapat masettle yung legal opinion to that matter. May conflict kasi yung, sabi nila, yung permit na binigyan ng LGO covers everything daw. At sabi naman ng PNP, covers everything except illegal gambling. Yung illegal gambling kasi, yung pula-puti, illegal gambling yun. Yung color game, gambling daw yun. So, yun. Hinihintay natin yung opinion nyo. Please, paki-remind kung sino yung kasama nyo doon na pwedeng magbigay doon ng opinion.
I'll follow that up, Mr. Senator.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Senator Tolentino, alam mo, Coast Guard, hindi lang Coast Guard lahat ng uniform services, PNP, Coast Guard, lahat ng uniform services, including the military. Kaya po ganun